You are welcome once again to the Guru's Perspective. Again, I will not forget to remind you, please, your comments are necessary because they prove us. Even the audio, the video, whatever you observe about it, please make the comment. It helps us to grow. You are growing us if you don't know. And once you grow us, we'll be very, very useful to you. You want me to clap for that? I will do that for you. Now, back to the Yahaya Bello. Let's say part 2 of it. Where do we start the part 2 from? It's a very, very long narrative. Yahaya Bello will not be the first person to go to court in Nigeria to say, Judiciary, please give me absolute immunity from being investigated, from being arrested, from being charged to court, from prosecution. Not persecution or prosecution. Yahaya Bello will not be the first person. No. As we speak, I stand on the authority of the law of the land. Peter Odili, as a governor of Rivers State, when he was being investigated, he went to court and he got an extension of his immunity that covered him till we speak, not to be arrested, not to be investigated, not to be prosecuted. It is on record that Peter Odili enjoyed that, even as we talk now. So nobody should think, no, Yahaya Bello derives some knowledge from somewhere that, so person did it, why can't I do it? But he has forgotten that in George Orwell's Animal Farm, some animals must necessarily grow more equal than others. Let us return back to the story, because we are not living the story. We are just making a trajectory to bring the story to the trajectory of where it is laid, because it has been laid properly. What did the court granted to Yahaya Bello? Not to be arrested, not to be prosecuted, not to be interrogated, and all those. And that interlocutory injunction had an expiring date. Please don't take me back to the one of Peter the leader, why his own had never come to an end today. And I wouldn't want to direct you that go and ask that beautiful woman who just retired from Supreme Court, Mrs. Mary Odili, Justice of Supreme Court. I'm not directing you there, but let's leave that. Let's continue with Yahaya Bello. Yahaya Bello got that very easily. So every effort of EFCC became great futility. They could not achieve anything much. Then, EFCC now went to another court in Abuja, Court of Concurrent Jurisdiction, because the Federal High Court is by no law in jurisprudence to rate itself higher than the State High Court. They are courts of concurrent jurisdiction. EFCC went there, and that court, the Federal High Court there, gave warrant, release warrant of arrest on Yahaya Bello. But let us look at the matter properly. As of the day that the EFCC got that warrant to get Yahaya Bello arrested. Oh, sorry, have I not been adding His Excellency? Oh, let me respectfully add His Excellency Yahaya Bello arrested. It was on record that, legally speaking, the interlocutory injunction given not to interrogate him expired, because something happened that made this one to expire. That's one. Again, in looking at matters like this, e.g., the case of Yahaya Bello, one will want to look at the judiciary. And if you look so deeply to the judiciary, you will know that the National Judicial Council has a lot of work to do. And fortunately enough, the Chief Justice of Nigeria is the president of the chairman of the Nigeria Judicial Council. Because Maybe it is the amount of money that flows in and out of the courts. If we say Nigeria is corrupt, the court is part of Nigeria. The judiciary is corrupt. I'm not the one throwing the allegation. Because if Nigeria is corrupt, we talk of the judiciary, we talk of the legislature, we see how corrupt the legislature is. We talk of the executive, don't we see how corrupt the executive is? A place that a young lady can just do away with the billions of naira within 3 days of resuming office. What is wrong with that? Is it not going on? So the judiciary is involved. Even the judiciary's case had been proved at a time beyond reasonable doubt. When the sting operation carried out by the DSS came, most of those judges in their home that night when they went to search their home, the security people brought out pounds, dollars, euro, and it is not on record at all that these judicial officers are being paid foreign currency. It's not that they are paid. So you don't need to ask the question, say, how many clothes were they selling? How many firewall smuggling? Are they involved upon to have got accumulation of dollars, euro, pounds at home? So that's for that. Because the judiciary must maintain a balanced stand. When a judge will not want to realize that a fellow colleague of the same concurrent jurisdiction had given decision like this, then something is wrong somewhere. But even then, we still have to look at it deeper. Because sometimes when those security agencies that are investigating people, arresting people, when they want to move from one court to another, knowing fully is a court of concurrent jurisdiction, all they need doing in most cases is to change one or two of the charges. Brought this one in, amend charge number 4 to read, when he arrived the 20-story building, he pulled out his gun. And reframe it to mean, when they arrive at the 10-story building, they threw their gun in. If you read those sentences, they are not the same. It's enough to convince the judge that they want to implicate now by saying, this was the former one your colleague advocated upon. This is this. So we need to refer, we need to repair, we need to reharmonize our law. But let's still move ahead with Yahaya Bello. Then the EFCC stormed Yahaya Bello home. They could not go in, gain access. Security block of the whole place in Abuja. Then EFCC went to do what it liked doing well sometimes. Don't forget, Roger Sokorocha, my people. When he did not want to show up, what happened? How the EFCC breaking? The EFCC breaking into any house to pick their suspect is backed fully by law. It is never no bit of it that is illegal. If it is a tree they will climb to get into the compound, if to bring the wall of the house down, or the wall of the compound, or the gate to bring it down, in order to access the place, so as to arrest their suspect, it is fully backed by law. There is nothing illegal there. So EFCC has that backing. That's wrong. 2, on this very question, we were told that it's the police and the army. I wouldn't know how the army came into the narration, because the security outfit of every governor is not provided by the army, it's always by the police. So, and of course, there are policemen attached to security to do the duty of security for Yahaya Bello. They were one of them. While the matter was going on, then the EFCC did something. They blocked entrance and exit to that community. I am not too sure if the law permits the EFCC to do that. Breaking to go in, yes. Destroy whatever is destroyable to catch your suspect, yes. But to block the street in the beginning, how many big men, some are even bigger than Yahaya Bello, that are occupants of that long street? How would you not block it? I don't think the EFCC has the authority. But then, I'm not standing for the judiciary. So now, why EFCC is battling this to say we must pick you today, then additional violation of the law came in. He became a violator that came to the scene of the issue with immunity. You want to know that? I return back on Yahaya Bello. How the mighty fallen.